Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about skill orbs in Dokkan. This is something I've been meaning to make a video about for a while and just haven't gotten around to it, to be honest. And it is right now February 23rd, so it is nearing the end of the 5th year anniversary, and I have actually been using a sort of like burner JP account to play through the anniversary, testing out the new units here and there, seeing what kinds of stuff I can do with them. And I've been running the Whis event every day to get skill orbs, because obviously skill orbs is one of the new features. I want to test that out as much as possible so that I can get a feel of what it's going to be like once that feature comes to global. And there's a few things that I want to discuss here just real fast, because I've seen a lot of blowback on this feature and a lot of negativity surrounding it. And there's also been some positivity, so I'm not all negative, but definitely think that there's a few things I want to clear up here about this system. And the biggest complaint that I've seen up until now is that they're super hard to get, and that takes away a lot of like the enjoyment of it, which I definitely understand, because the Whis event, you can only run it once per day, and a lot of it is obviously dependent on RNG, the drops, even like the dice. You can there's been cases where I've gotten 2s like on all my rolls, and I can only get like 1 skill orb from the map, and then I get like Whis at the end, who gives like a 1 bronze skill orb, and I get like 2 skill orbs for the day, and that's it. And they're both like level 1 like healing ability, which is like literally useless. So basically a waste of a full day there. So I think a lot of that is definitely relevant criticism, because it definitely does feel demoralizing when that happens to you. And the fact that you can only have a chance to get a gold. I believe the only way you can get a gold is from Beerus, who is like a rare spawn in the Whis event, which is definitely kind of weird. Like I definitely don't think that should be a rare spawn. I think he should just be the guy you fight every day, or you can have him there every day, and then he could also drop a gold guaranteed, and then maybe like 1 silver and 1 bronze as well. I don't know, it's just, I definitely don't think they give it enough skill orbs. It's just the volume feels lacking to me. Something else to discuss too is that the Whis event is actually scheduled to go away on March 3rd, which is the last day of the anniversary. That's when the 5th year anniversary officially ends on JP Dokkan. So it's unclear at this point. Just to make it clear, it's ambiguous right now whether or not the event is going to be going away and then coming back, or what's going to happen with that. I mean, I assume like skill orbs are a feature that's going to be in the game forever now, so I would assume that they're going to find a way to bring that event back. Possibly, I don't know if it's going to be weekly, if it's going to be daily, or what they're going to do with it. It could only be on weekends for all we know. I don't know. Before this system even came out, I threw out the idea that maybe since we have potential orbs events every day during the week, we could do this skill orb event during the weekend. But I don't think I really like that idea anymore, because we have the event live every day right now during the anniversary, and even with it being live every day, we barely get any skill orbs. So that would definitely not solve the volume issue. So I think just keeping it up every day and then bumping up the drop rates for basically everything would help out a lot. And it doesn't really have it here listed here at all, but there are... Does it have it listed here? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so down here, shout out to the Dokkan wiki, by the way. They do a really good job running all this, like collecting all this data and putting it together in a way that's easy to see and understand. So a shout out to them. These currently unavailable skill orbs, I don't really know what they are. Like, is it possible to see? No, it's not. Okay. I mean, you can kind of figure it out, right? There's crits. I don't know what this one. This is like a different symbol than this one. It's like the same symbol but different color. I don't know. There's double versions of these, so they're definitely going to be adding on to this feature in the future. So I think they definitely have big plans to, I don't know, either improve or add on to this. So I wouldn't really criticize this too hard right now. I think what they're doing with this anniversary is they're gauging what the feedback is to this, the criticism, and then they're going to go back in and then adjust things that they need to after the anniversary ends, hopefully at least. So something else I want to talk about as well is this is simply a expansion of the potential system. So it's not really like a new feature, quote unquote. So I don't know, because when we initially got the potential system in the game, this was back, oh boy, when AGL Rose and Physical Vegito Blue first came out. I mean, we're talking like 2016, 2017. I think it's 2017. These potential system orbs that we were getting, like the only way you could get those is through the daily events, and that was it. And then, from there, we were able to get them through World Tournament rewards, through login bonuses, through top grossing reward. I mean, there's like a bunch of different ways you can get these now. I mean, Easy A's give them out. Like, everything you do in this game, just by playing the game, you can get access to potential orbs now. And that never used to be the case when that first released. Now, obviously, skill orbs, you need a lot less skill orbs than potential orbs, because every unit needs, like 2,000 something mediums to get 100% on a unit, so you need 1 skill orb per type for a unit, so you need 3 skill orbs in total for a unit to be fully maxed out in terms of, like, their the slots that they have for the skill orbs. So I don't know if they're going to be as generous as they are with the potential orbs, because the potential orbs, like, that determines whether or not you're going to summon for a unit or not, and that's a big deal, obviously, in terms of revenue for the game. So if let's say you have no strength skill orbs, 0, and then Namek Goku comes out for the first time, are you going to summon for more than 1 copy of Namek Goku? I mean, it would be kind of hard to justify that, because you couldn't even use the additional nodes that you can unlock using that dupe. So that's why I think they became a lot more lenient with giving out the potential orbs, because they realized that people don't have potential orbs, they're not going to summon for these units anymore. And so they wanted the bottleneck to be on the dupes rather than the potential orbs. And so that's why we started seeing them giving out a lot more potential orbs, giving more incentives to players to summon. That's the big issue there. But with skill orbs, there's only 1 skill orb that really has any impact on summoning, which is the gold one, because the gold skill orb requires that you have 2 dupes in a unit. So, I mean, it's not super impactful, but it definitely does help to give a unit +3 in one of these abilities. And that's something else to talk about as well, because to me, this skill orb feature seems like it's a cherry on top sort of situation, more so than, oh, they're absolutely necessary to clear events and stuff. Because if you take a look at, like, what we have in the game already, I mean, we just got, like, crazy overpowered units for this anniversary. You got Vegito, got Gogeta, you got the LR Broly, you got the LR Rose, all very, very powerful units. So you definitely can't make the argument that you need these skill orbs for them to clear content, because that's just simply not the case. And I think you could make the argument that they definitely do need potential orbs to clear all the content in the game, because if you go into the Legendary Goku event with a full team of no dupe investment at all, even like not even 55%, just 0%, you can make the argument that that's like nearly impossible to do. I mean, I'm sure it is possible, but it makes it way, way harder. So the overall impact that something like that skill orbs have on the game is a way less than the potential system did when it initially released. I don't think that's difficult to grasp. That's not a difficult concept to understand. It's just these are a lot less impactful. So I think more so than these actually providing like benefits to your characters, I think this is more so a system that plays into the collective aspect of the game, like in addition to just normal cards that you get from summoning. Although these are not gained through summons, you're just, you get these through events and free-to-play stuff. So I think, when people say that they're frustrated that they aren't able to, completely max their characters out immediately with these skill orbs, I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily. Like if, for example, let's say you pull LR Gogeta, the strength one, the new one that transforms to Gogeta Blue. Like, you not being able to immediately go in there and give him, +3 additional gold skill orb. Give him, I don't know where the additional one is here, +3 additional level 3 silver skill orb. Go in there and give him +5 attack skill orb, or give him +5 defense skill orb. Like, your ability to not be able to do that immediately, I don't think that detracts from this system, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard to explain and put into words, but this is sort of like a luxury sort of thing. You're going to get this over time, and I think that's sort of what they are going for here. It's just, I don't know. I do agree that there definitely is a volume issue in terms of like the amount of skill orbs that you get through running the Whis event. But this is actually very similar to things that have happened in Legends recently. I don't know if a lot of you guys are familiar with what's happened in that game, but there's a lot of features that they've implemented recently that are not necessarily bad. In fact, I think they're quite good for the games. So, stuff like Zenkai Awakening, I think is actually a very good concept, but the implementation was poor. And I think while this implementation might not necessarily be poor, it's definitely not good. It's just, it feels, like I said, it feels demoralizing to run the Whis event every day, and then for 3 weeks in a row, you get this. And then maybe you get one of these, and then like 1 silver, which is like super attack boost level 1. Like that doesn't feel good at all. So I think they could definitely work on the amount of stuff you get from that event. I mean, it doesn't really take much for them to go in there, go into the code, and then add like an extra, I don't know. Let's say, for example, when you encounter Beerus in the Whis event, he drops 1 gold guaranteed, 1 silver guaranteed, and then maybe like anything between 1 to 3 bronze skill orbs guaranteed every day. I think that would help a lot, because if you think about it, someone who's been playing the game for 4 or 5 years now, like they're gonna have 400 plus units, maybe a little bit less, that they're gonna want to use these skill orbs for. It's not 400, maybe like 200 to 300 they want to use these skill orbs for. Think about it, that's 300 runs of the Whis event to get golds for all of them. That's 300 days. And then same with silver, and then same with bronze, except the thing with bronze is that there's so many options that I feel like same thing with silver too, actually. Like gold is the one that I think, actually, now thinking about it, I think gold, giving a guaranteed gold every day might be a little bit too good. I think maybe like a 50% chance to give a gold or a 25% chance, I don't know. They would have to work that out, but the thing with silver and bronze is there's so many options here that you could potentially, let's say that you give out 1 guaranteed silver a day, and you want to, I don't know, you're aiming for a combo attack upgrade. So you could go in one day, get this, or sorry, let's see if I can highlight it better. You can get this one. Next day you go in, you get this one. Next day you go in, you get this one. Next day you go in, you get, I don't know, you get this one. Next day you go in, you get the same one again. Next day you go in, you get the same one again. It's like, how many days in a row is it going to take for you to get at least one of these, right? One of the additionals that you want. So in that case, I can definitely see why people get frustrated with it. So I think that's something that they definitely need to work on. Same with bronze. Bronze is the same issue, but gold, I mean, gold is easy to fix. Gold, you just say like, okay, bump up the percentage of the drop chance for a gold skill orb, and that's it. Let me know down below what you guys think about the skill orb system. I definitely think it could use some work, but I don't think it's really that bad. Like again, I view this as a luxury system that isn't necessary to clear content. It's just there to help you a little bit if you need it. And I don't really know how the best way to compare this to something in real life. Like, for example, this is basically like you're upgrading your computer from 32 gigs of RAM to 33. That's basically what the difference is. Like, you're definitely going to not feel a difference anywhere except for very specific circumstances. So, like, let's say you have... where is it? Let's say you equip a attack 5 skill orb to your character, and then you have, let's say you don't have 2 dupes in your character, so you can't use gold, and then you have a silver 2 additional for Gogeta. Like, you're not really going to notice that big of a difference. Like, 500 attack is actually like a pretty significant increase, but it's not going to be enough for you to like now be able to clear a content that you weren't able to before. It's just not how it works. It's not how it's going to work. It's more so the fact that, like, okay, you have these skill orbs in your character, he has the best possible skill orbs, and he's like the max he could be powered up to, and that's sort of like not really like a status symbol, but it's like my character's now more flashy, I guess is what you can say. He can generate higher attack or whatever. Definitely not necessary to be able to clear content, though, I would say. So that's sort of where I stand on this. If you guys have suggestions as to how they can improve this system, let me know down below. I definitely hope that they go back after the anniversary is over, maybe take a look at people's feedback, see how they can improve the Whis event to maybe give out more skill orbs, and then eventually they'll probably implement the ones down here, either through different events, through rewards, or, top grossing rewards, world tournament rewards, whatever they want to do. Maybe even through, I think they mentioned at one point, that they were going to give skill orbs through like high-level Easy A stages, so that could be cool too. I mean, just incentivizing people to do more things with the in the game. So, yeah, that's going to be this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.